What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be casting Game 1 between WE and Duskbin. These are the International Qualifiers, I believe, of the Eastern region, I guess. I don't really have much faith in myself being able to talk through these picks and bans and actually offer anything, so I just kind of skipped through half of it. You see right off the bat, WE is picking up the Brewmaster. It's not really anything of surprise. And can't really say anything about that, but you can see from the bans already that all the heroes that have been banned out are heroes that have a lot of mobility. You got, the Blinks and Burrow Strikes, the Surges, the Ultimates, the Wex, the Wind Run. So clearly these guys don't like playing against people who can move around really fast. And we see a retaliation pick of Prophet and Morphling. Duskbin is going to be set up for that late game with that Morphling, so we're just going to see if they get a hybrid-y kind of strat and have that Morphling have a little bit of power in the early mid-game, or see if they're just going to pick up 4 more supporty heroes. And we see a Chen Retaliation, which will give them a good jungling hero and should add to their pushing power should they choose to do so. Yeah, this is why I said I didn't have much faith in being able to cast through the picks and bans. So you know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit. We're going to watch it at double time because I don't have anything to offer, so why stay here in silence? We have Lone Druid getting picked up for WE, so they're going to have the late game sealed also. And between the Lone Druid and Panda, they're going to have a lot of damage output. And Chen, of course, for that support. Let's see who's going to be next pick for Duskbin. Earthshaker. So get some strength support. So far, I have no idea what the lanes are going to be. They could, depending on what they pick up, it's going to be really, difficult to see. Right off the bat, we see 2 pretty fast bans of Enigma and Shadow Shaman. Both of these heroes are huge pushing heroes, so I guess both teams kind of want to avoid that pushing strategy, and therefore try to get some more farm onto their hard carries. So if both teams are on the same page, it's obviously going to work towards a more boring game since they're both playing the same thing. You don't see any clashing strategies, but what are you going to do? CM gets banned out from the WE team, and a Tidehunter in response from Duskbin. Moving along. I have nothing to say because I don't know. I haven't practiced this, guys. Okay, jeez. Alright, we're going to see a Leshrac. So WE is picking up a heavy amount of pushing, actually. They have the Spirit Bear from Syllabear. They got the Edict, and they got some early Chen creeps. So they could actually get quite a bit of early game pushing in. You have the Clap also from Panda, but that's not as huge. They could get quite a bit of early game pushing in, and at the moment, the only thing that Duskman has to answer is a Fissure and a Waveform. That's probably not going to be enough, so they probably need to pick up some sort of AoE, something like Alina, or just giant AoE, kill the creep waves. And they're actually going to pick up a twin-headed dragon, Jakiro. I think this is actually a pretty good pick. First of all, you never see Jakiro, so I'm sure, or you rarely see Jakiro. It's not as common, so yeah, that kind of element of surprise, and they aren't going to be as WE, isn't going to be as used to fighting against a Jakiro as Alina or any of those other AoE heroes. I don't know why I keep on saying Lina. Or a Pugna, there we go, another example. So Jakiro is good in that respect, and he has enough AoE to kind of blast down the creep waves. We see a Shadow Demon for WE, which of course is going to enable them that vicious Shadow Demon Leshrac lane, which is... Let me fix this. Okay. Leshrac Shadow Demon lane, which is extremely dangerous. So we're most likely going to see Shadow Demon and Leshrac lane together. With Chen in the jungle, probably the Brewmaster soloing mid, and the Syllabear on the hard lane. Duskbin, on the other hand, might run a tri-lane with the Morphling, but it really comes down to what they want to pick. Furion, Nature's Prophet, with that pickup, they do have the option to jungle with him, but then, of course, one of your lanes is going to be weak unless you pick up a really strong solo lane hero, like Queen of Pain might not actually be that bad. And then either way, their lanes are going to be kind of wonky if they decide to jungle. So most likely we're going to see that Prophet in a lane, and we're actually going to be seeing a Razor. So they get even more carry, and it's going to be a little bit tanky. What the hell's going on? Oh my god. Can we get rid of this? What's going on? Sorry guys, this is kind of new to me. Oh, there we go, okay. So we have the pickup of Razor, which means that the farm might even be split between Morphling and Razor. In late game, Duskbin definitely has a huge amount of damage coming out from both of them. You get the damage drain out of Razor, who could do a lot of damage to the lone druid, and it's a damage switch kind of. So Duskbin has it in the bag late game, which kind of reinforces this Jakiro pick. Jakiro being a very early game hero who kind of falls off late game. You want that early game nuking power. So Duskbin is probably gonna settle in for the long haul. Meanwhile, WE, Shadow Demon Leshrac, most likely gonna go bottom with Lone Druid on the top lane and Panda soloing up the mid lane. Chen in the jungle, so once he gets a couple of creeps, they'll have that Edict and the whatever creep Chen manages to pull out of the jungle to push down that tier 1 bot. I'm gonna make some predictions about Duskbin. I would say that we might see Razor soloing the mid lane. He's going to be up against that Panda, if I'm correct. I still think there's going to be a tri-lane, mostly because I like watching tri-lanes, but we're going to have to go see what's happening. So we have the unpause, got a nice big plasma field, and let's see what items we're going to get. Morphling just statting up real heavy, and Furion is kind of going item light. He still has $230 gold pieces, and that would indicate to me, combined with the fact that he's going middle, that he's going to go for a fast bottle. You see Jakiro and Morphling going towards the top lane, so it's actually going to be a 2-2 lane, which I like. It's a good idea. Earthshaker's going bottom with those wards, and we have on the WE team Shadow Demon just placing vision around the ward. Brewmaster's actually going to be going top, so he's going to be up against a dual lane. He might be with Shadow Demon. I'll be really surprised if WE decides to break the Leshrac Shadow Demon combo. It's just so devastating, and I really don't see why they would want to do that. I mean, sure, it's an option. You don't have to do that, and I guess the other team could kind of combo against that, or gear up, or oh, let's hide that. We don't want that there. Gear up towards that, or assign heroes to kind of counter that as best as you can, but it's still so overwhelming. It's so difficult to counter. I don't really see what the benefit would be, except they might know that there's going to be 2 ranged heroes top, and it's going to be a very hard time, but at the same time, Leshrac is going to be under some heavy heat from Razor as well as Earthshaker, so we're just going to have to wait and see, but Furion, right off the bat, is going to have a hard time. Pretty sure this camp is blocked, 100% this camp is blocked. Not sure if this camp is blocked, but so just some good ward placement overall. Making sure that Chen is not going to get anything. He's actually probably going to sit right here, grab whatever creep that is, and he does only have a Smoke of Deceit, so he's looking for some early blood. See top lane, Panda does have an invisibility rune. Let's see if he's going to open up with a clap on anyone. If he does, he's going to take a lot of damage, and I don't think, well, Morphling is actually trading hits, so it might be beneficial, but no, he pops out of Invis just to nab a creep kill. So, Invis rune not doing much. Chen managed to grab an Ursa, and he has a smoke. He's probably just going to clear the easy camp, then come bot maybe to help, because Leshrac is going to be in a little bit of trouble against these two. With Earthshaker waiting in the wings and the plasma field, he could take a lot of damage, and then you have the right clicks coming down. Meantime, you have kind of engagement on Morphling, but he waves out just fine. Disruption into a clap is pretty good setup. We have a dive going on the bottom lane. Furion teleports in onto that Leshrac, who instantly eats his way out of trees. Razor's taking up the turret, but Leshrac is going to fall before him just barely. Razor does die, but Earthshaker manages to pick up the first blood, which means they could either fly the quarry really early, or he could get boots really early. Leshrac did manage to get a kill, so he did get a little bit of something out of that, which is good for him. He actually chose to fly the quarry, which is a good choice. You saw that level 2 gank on Prophet, just 1 level of teleport, 1 level of sprout is all you need to seal a kill. get some experience. He's gonna be level 3. He's a little bit behind Lone Druid because the experience you get from lane isn't quite the experience for a 3-way split kill. And oh my god, I thought I missed a kill. No, it was just a double damage rune. It's fine. He's going to be going down in the bot lane. A beautiful Fissure block. No, not quite. Leshrac eats his way, but he instantly gets sprouted, and he had the Plasma Field doing a ton of damage. Double damage should be able to take that Leshrac's life, and yes, it does. So, round 2 in Nature's Prophet ganking, doing really well, but so, as I said before, Leshrac having a hard time. If they had the Shadow Demon Leshrac lane, I'd probably say that they would be having a much easier time in that bot lane, but with the global presence of Nature's Prophet combined with a very soft hero and a lot of nuke damage coming out from these two, it's going to be hard for Leshrac to get any farm done. It's going to be hard for him to stay alive, in fact. So let's just see some pulling on the top lane. Chen is continuing to go with nothing at the moment. He does have some boots, and we have the teleporting into the top, waveforming in on the Morphling, who instantly gets disrupted, but Shadow Demon is going to get killed regardless. And Brewmaster is going to get sprouted, but he's going to walk out just fine also. So this Prophet, I got to stop calling him Prophet. He's Nature's... Oh, no. Wait, no, that's fine. Prophet. Don't say Furion, that's bad. So Prophet doing work on the enemy team. He's pretty much everywhere. And even with the disruption from Shadow Demon, wasn't enough to save his buddy. So Duskbin taken early 3-1 lead, and the one kill that WE did get was kind of not very useful. There was no experience gain out of that. Oh god, there's so much action. We have a Fissure going down onto that Leshrac, who immediately starts to get his damage drained. Razor is going to do the right clicks, but Furion teleports in. He still wants this kill. If he gets Sprout, he gets Envision. There goes the Plasma Field, and Leshrac is totally trapped, but he does get a 2-man stun onto the Earthshaker and Nature's Prophet, who instantly gets cursed. Fissure and Sprout going onto the Shadow Demon, who has to disrupt himself to get out. Razor is tanking up the tower, so he might be in a little bit of trouble, and Shadow Demon just barely gets out. Oh no, Chen says, no Razor, you're not getting out of this shit. Oh, Chen might even get another kill if he gets a blast or anything. Go Chen, it's all you. He gets a double kill. He might even get a triple kill. Chen is gonna... No, Leshrac takes the last kill, so... WE manages to turn that gank around. I think Duskbin really went total hyper aggressive on that Leshrac. They shouldn't really have dove that far. You saw the Prophet teleporting in, and then they kind of had to commit to that fight. Let's see how Lone Druid is going. He has 1,400 gold. If he was getting, Tranquils or Phase or Orb of Venom, he probably would have gotten it by now. So we can assume that he's just going to go for the Naked Relic. And he is currently farming a lot better than the enemy hard carries. So Purple's going to be quite a nuisance later on. See Razor had that Wraith Band, probably going to go for his Ring of Aquila. And right now we have Shadow Demon and Chen just jungling it up together, and we have a smoke being popped, so we have to keep an eye on these two. Chen doesn't have a great creep, but if he gets a first hit entangle, it doesn't matter what creep you have. They're going to find an illusion room, but they're going to ignore it in favor of going for the Jakiro, who dispels the smoke, so they know someone's there. I don't think Jakiro saw them. It was behind this tree area, so kind of a wasted smoke right there. They didn't get anything done, but hey, shit happens. You're not going to get stuff done on all the runes. How far? No, okay, Lone Druid actually did get some stuff. Not sure what he got, actually. Lone Druid, tell me your secrets. Where did your money go? I don't even... What? What? Okay, I don't care. Morphling's chilling at pretty low health, so he's gonna have to be careful. But he does have a bottle. We have... Oh god, we have a huge gank going on the Leshrac for round 3 or 4 or something. Leshrac is doing a lot of damage with the Edict, and he does have a salve popped off, so he's gonna regenerate a lot of health. What they need is another disable, a Sprout or a Fissure or anything. Or Shaker's Fissure is up. He gets it on the wrong side, and they kind of like dip around the Fissure. But he does get sprouted up as well, and this Leshrac is going to go down. Nature's Prophet does take that last hit. So once again, diving very far for that Leshrac, and Leshrac's life is a living hell. Meanwhile, on this top lane, we have Teal going on to this Morphling, who does get cursed up and disrupted, but he's probably not going to die. He has a haste rune, and it's hard to kill a Morphling, let alone a Morphling with a haste rune, although he is taking a shit ton of damage. He has to be really careful. WE looks like they're going to be transitioning this into an early game tier 1 top tower. We did have Nature's Prophet's ultimate bouncing around doing a little work, and Morphling still wants to go for this. He's gonna go for that Shadow Demon. He still has a haste rune, so we could just turn around and get him. And he looks like that's no, he's not. He's not gonna do it. It's good of him. If he waves in, he's probably gonna get killed. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Earthshaker is going to be saving Razor from the Lone Druid and Leshrac combination. Jakiro comes down, laying a lot of hurt on both of them. And once again, Nature's Prophet teleporting in, and Leshrac is going to fall, probably. One more right click, yes, he's going to die, and Lone Druid isn't going to get out of this either. There goes the Ice Path, hitting just on the edge. And Dual Breath slow him down. Earthshaker, no, actually, Plasma Field from Razor does take the kill. So it's a pretty high action game. I chose marvelously. I actually didn't do much to choose. I just picked something that looked fun. And I'm like, hey, I know Duskbin. I've seen a couple of games of them, so might as well do it. I just realized I forgot to introduce the players and everything. So, you know, might as well do it now. On Duskbin's side, we have Argian on the Morphling. We're going to have I have no idea what these guys' names. Hachiko on the Jakiro, Lei on the Earthshaker, Ninja Boogie on the Nature's Prophet, and Blah on the Razor. And hold that thought, because Leshrac is going to die another. A beautiful Fisher blocking him in, and then, yeah, he's just going to get annihilated. So what is that, 6th death for Leshrac? He's had no item progression. Oh, in the meantime, Chen does manage to pick up Morphling somehow. I don't even know how it... Morphling must have been hanging around at really low life and just got bursted down from these creeps. Chen is going to be played by, I can't even read how he's moving, Luo, okay. Icy is on the Shadow Demon, JJ on the Lone Druid, FNTY on the Brewmaster, and Chan on the Leshrac. So, yeah, I gotta remember to do that next time. Note to self. Alright, we have Pink coming into the mid lane. He does have his treads up, and if they want, they can go on Shadow Demon, but if missed the Fisher, and the Sprout is going to hold the Shadow Demon in place. And there goes the Treants trying to block him up a little bit, and he is blocking him very well, actually. Beautiful blocking by the Nature's Prophet. And, oh my god, that's going to bag Jakiro a kill, who decides to swoop in and take the last hit. So very good play by Ninja Boogie over there, just using the Treants to block, effectively getting another, 3 or 4 seconds out of that Sprout. So very nice play by him. And it looks like they're going to try to take this tier 1 tower. Leshrac is here with a level 3 lightning, so it might be a little bit hard, especially with 2 people teleporting in. Chen comes in and he's kind of mixing up his nuking a little bit, but he does manage to take down Shapiro, and Razor is on the run as well as Nature's Prophet. Looks like they should both get out just fine. I missed this tower going down. What the hell's wrong with me? That was horrible. So yeah, Chen kind of nuked one one guy with one creep, and then nuked another with his skill. So, but he did manage to get one pretty easily, so doesn't matter there. Lone Druid actually did go for that phase boots, so. And I caught the tail end of the tower going down. Hooray! Morphling takes down the tier 1 on the top tower, and with that should be 2 for 1. How am I missing all these tower kills? I am so bad at this. So that's 2 towers in favor of Duskbin with 1 in favor of WE. So Duskbin should have the gold advantage, and there you go, 2,000 in the favor of them. But the EXP earned is barely anything in favor of WE. It should be going down to 0 pretty soon, actually. Actually, that is incorrect. I want it to go back down to 0 just so it'll look very even. It's probably not going to happen. You see Jakiro actually not getting any points with Liquid Fire. It's a very curious choice. With the amount of pushing that Duskbin is capable of, well, they're not capable of a ton, but still it's very useful for killing those towers. Get that slow attack speed on them. Usually you see people only getting a couple of points of Ice Path and then switching over to Liquid Fire. It's not too late though, so maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit, and WE is going to try to take this tier 1 tower. Panda's moving in very aggressively, gets a clap off on the Jakiro. Tower does go down, Lone Druid does take that, so he's only 1,000 away from his relic. It's going to be pretty fast. And Duskbin couldn't really do anything to stop it. They didn't even try. They didn't drop any spells or anything, so. Let's see, we have Point Booster going down for Nature's Prophet, who's going to be teleporting in towards this Leshrac. Leshrac is so dead. Right click, Sprout, and Plasma Field, and Leshrac is going to fall. No teleport support. I think I saw someone try to teleport in, but it was instantly cancelled. Brewmaster coming in, those are just illusions leading the way, and that's actually going to usher the Duskbin team back. So this Leshrac not having a fun day at all. Razor is going to be going for Phase Boots Vanguard. He's not getting his Aquila, actually. Usually you see a Razor going for that, unless Morphling has one. Morphling does have one, so that's why Razor is just holding that Wraith Band for now. This point booster is most likely going to be turned into an Aghanim Scepter. He does have quite a bit of gold, quite a few kills in both Hero and Creep, so... And with that Aghanim Scepter, he's going to have even more Creep kills, and he's going to keep putting the pressure on. See, this is what you have to worry about when you don't fan out in Nature's Prophet. You have all the lanes pushing all the time. It's kind of like Tinker, except it's more useful and globalness. Because you could do it at level 2, as we already saw. Tinker doesn't have that shit at level 2, so... Let's see, we have mostly just a standoff. We have Chen actually is 4-0, which is something you don't often see from a Chen, but he does have his mech up 12 minutes in, so that's going to be a huge advantage for WE moving forward. I don't think there's a mech up on WE. No, there is not. So they're going to have that 250 health advantage moving forward. So, and armor. I don't think anyone remembers the armor. That's because it's not that big, but you got to remember it's there. And they're going to dip this tower perfectly into Deny Rage. The Fisher goes off to do some damage. Let's see, are they going to deny it? They should deny it. There we go. Chen does deny that mid-tower, so... Duskbin does get a little bit more gold from that, so Duskbin is pulling further ahead as far as gold goes, with one tower advantage in their favor. And the thing is, the farm that Duskbin does have is going on to, what, Nature's Prophet, as well as, you know, a mix between the other two supports, instead of WE's kills, which are going primarily on Chen. The Chen, although mech is very useful when you get it early, it's not going to help you. Lone Druid has 0 kills, 0 deaths, and Leshrac is having a shit time, so the harder damage dealers on the Duskbin, on the WE team, sorry, are not having as good a time as the high damage dealers on the Duskbin side, which will mean that Duskbin, moving forward into the mid game, will have an even bigger advantage. Looks like Brewmaster managed to... Where is Brewmaster? I was looking at him. Brewmaster has managed to farm up a Blink Dagger with the 41 creep kills. Not actually going for any of his other skills. The right-click power on Duskbin is pretty high, but not as high as it could be. Brewmaster, it would help him to stop getting stats at this point and start getting some of his other skills. We have Pink pushing down on the top lane of WE with WE and Retaliation pushing down on the bot lane of Duskbin. With the creepy equilibrium going, I don't think... Well, actually, Razor's going to be teleporting back, so this tier 1 tower on the bottom lane is probably going to go down. There goes the Plasma Field trying to soften everyone up, and away from Morphling with a beautiful Fisher catching 2 of them off. But Hand of God goes off, and Earthshaker looks like he's going to go down before he gets his Echo Slam off. Morphling's taking a lot of damage. X is everywhere. Panda Ultimate comes in, cyclones up Morphling in the air, and I think Razor's trapped. Maybe he has Phase Boots, he could get out of there. And Jakira's Macro Pyre just in the middle of everything, doing a lot of damage, actually. But Razor does manage to live barely, and Earthshaker is back into this fight. Morphling is still alive as well. He's just right-clicking everyone. There's the double kill, and Nature's Prophet teleporting in. Echo Slam is going to seal the deal on the Lone Druid. And Panda is the only one who's left. If he could get a couple of seconds without getting hit, he could blink out, and yes, no, yes, he is. I thought he was trapped for a second, but Morphling is hot on his tail, and the Fisher is going to allow Morphling to pick up a triple kill. And Ogre Club, I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be built into. You don't really see Ogre Clubs being picked up on Morphling until later on in the game, and what the hell X is? What is going on there? So Morphling, I don't know, could he be going for a really early BKB? I feel like that's not exactly the best choice, since sure you're magic immune, but well, yeah, I don't really like that choice. But Aghanim Scepter is done on Nature's Prophet, and that means with that nice team fight that Duskbin just had, they're going to be going in for a Roshan, most likely going to be going on that Morphling. I'm really interested in what Morphling's going to get. You really don't see that Ogre Club. If anything, you see a Perseverance or something along those lines, but a straight BKB on a Morphling is pretty rare. And let's see, we have a Ghost. I think it's a Chen creep. 800 health Ghost. It's definitely a Chen creep. Scouting out. but Razor actually is the one to pick up that Aegis of the Immortal, and Razor has quite a bit of gold with the Vanguard and Phase Boots, so he's going to be a giant threat as well as Morphling, so there's lots of threatening things on the Duskbin team. What did he buy? He is going for an early BKB. That's interesting. The magic damage coming out from WE isn't that high, actually. You have the Test of Faith, which is pure damage, so it's like, you know, it's not... I mean, yeah, you can't target him, so fair enough. Shadow Demon has that Soul Catcher, and yeah, I guess it'll help somewhat there, but Lone Druid doesn't give a shit if you have BKB. Panda barely gives a shit, and Leshrac, well, Leshrac has been shut down so much. He's full Lightning, only 2 on Edict, so I don't know how much I like that BKB. I would much rather see Morphling. I don't know. Lincoln Sphere is pretty nice. It'll block a lot of the enemy spells, or even going for an early shotgun. But apparently, what do I know, right? So Morphling's going for BKB. So I think I talked that to death enough. Takuro has picked up his Urn of Shadows along with his Arcane Boots. So I think we have like 2 or 3 Arcane Boots so far on the Dire team. And Nature's Prophet is going to continue pushing out this bot lane, being an annoying bastard. And that's going to force someone from WE to teleport back there. Right now they're all clumped up. We have a Shadow Poison going out. I don't think they caught that Takuro. Well, now they know he's there. And the trees go up to replace him as soon as he leaves. So, like, Takuro wasn't caught in the forest. We have Razor actually trapped by his Earthshaker's Fish. That's a huge mistake by Earthshaker, trapping his friendly Razor. But Razor does have an Aegis, so he's probably not going to die. And yeah, he's Phase Boots, so he's going to be just fine. But and that Fisher could have been extremely messy if WE decided to jump on them. Let's see, Morphling has his BKB, and Nature's Prophet is probably going to take this tower. We have the Shrek coming in to try to thin this herd, but there's a lot of creeps here, and I think Prophet could just right-click this down. Yes, he is going to get the tower destroyed. No deny from this Shrek. He's only level 8 at this point with a solo lane. This is definitely not what you want to see, especially when, you know, the enemy Jakira is level 9 and Earthshaker is very close behind you as a support hero. So looks like there's going to be Magpire Fisher opening up on Chen, and he's going to hit the Ice Path. Beautiful Echo Slam, doing a lot of damage to Chen, but he gets disrupted by a Shadow Demon, and I don't think they could seal this kill. There's a nuke going up onto that Razor as Jakiro gets focused down by the Lone Druid. Blink in, and a slam by Brewmaster is going to bring off the Aegis from Razor, and let's see if he can get out of this. He does have Phase Boots and 3 points of Unstable Current, so he's going to be moving really quickly, and he starts to drain the damage out of Brewmaster, but quickly changes his mind. We're going to have a Fisher very soon, so it might help this Razor, and Razor's still taking a lot of damage, even with that Vanguard and Aegis. He's probably going to go down. Yeah, the rock from the Boar Panda. What? What? Oh, that's not right. This guy is not Earth. And what the fuck, Boar? That is... What? Earth Panda, what is this? Lone Druid. I've been kind of careless with this, but whatever, I don't care. Lone Druid has picked up that Radiance, so it is on the bear doing quite a bit of damage to that Earthshaker, but he's going to be just fine. I want to know what happened to those pandas. That shit's messed up. What the hell is a Boar Panda? Well, technically they're not pandas anymore, so fair enough, but they don't even have a Beastmaster. There is no boar on this map. What? What? Lone Druid is actually packing the Radiance for himself while the Spirit Bear goes heal. Good idea, making sure to keep active with his items. Let's see if there's any item aggression. We just have a Blink Dagger, and that's pretty much it. We have a gem on Chen, so there's going to be harder for Duskbin to maintain ward map superiority. Although just with the amount of power their team has, it's much easier to maintain map control. Just, you know, do stuff like this. You have Nature's Prophet pushing in on the top lane, Jakiro nuking down a couple lanes bottom, and they maintain map control that way. And they will struggle a little bit to get wards up. They're going to have to counter ward and, you know, try to take the enemy wards out that way. So, yeah, it does do a little bit for them, but really a gem isn't going to be huge enough. As you see, Duskbin currently barreling down the mid lane. Leshrac is going to try to hold them off with the lightning, but this tower is going to be taking a lot of damage with that siege creep, and you have Nature's Prophet's army coming in. Fortification does go off, and we have Yellow waiting in the wings to blink, but he does not have his ultimate, so I don't think WE should take this fight. Razor's going off just for a little bit of damage. Probably spotted off that Brewmaster, but I think they might fall back, or I don't think Duskbin should try to push this any more than like, yeah, they're gonna fall back. We have Dark Green Morphling gonna be teleporting up to the top lane. I'm really interested in what he's gonna be doing with this build. But we have Headdress probably flying out to the Jakiro. I have no clue. Maybe. Flying out to the Jakiro, probably going to be building a mech, which is going to be a lot later than that Chen's mech, so Earthshaker does have a Staff of Wizardry, probably going for a 4-staff. If he gets the Yule Scepter, that would be super baller, but I don't think he's going to get it. And yes, Smoke and Headdress on the Jakiro. Razor's building his Manta style, one pretty standard build, Vanguard into Manta. You get that first survivability because you have Static Link, and then you start building up your own damage, since you can only rely on the damage deal so much. We have the WE team smoked up. Brewmaster does get revealed. He's going to run right into this Nature's Prophet, and Earthshaker is in horrible position right now. He's going to try to run through the trees, but he is getting slowed up by the entire team. He is going to fall before casting much. We have Panda kind of out of position, but he does have his ultimate, so he's not going to die anytime soon. This Jakiro is getting Radiance burned and taking a lot of Edict damage. There goes the Hand of God, and this Jakiro is going to die as well. Prophet says, screw you guys, I'm just going to go mid and push. But a nice clean smoke gank coming out from WE, and Leshrac is actually pretty close to his soul booster, which is 23 minutes soul booster. It's about the, perfect pub timing for a soul booster, so he's doing well by pub standards, which means nothing, obviously, but Morphling going for an ultimate orb, probably going for a not a Lincoln Sphere, a Manta of his own, although he might be going for a Eye of Scotty, which would also be super baller, about as baller as a Razor going for you guys know what I was saying. Whatever I was talking about before. We have ultimate orbs all over the place actually, and there's Prophet doing that, but Morphling is going to be pressuring down that top lane, and Pink is going to be pressuring the bottom lane, so Duskbin really keeping WE on their toes as far as which lanes they have to defend. Take a look at the gold graph. As expected, it's heavily in Duskbin's favor since WE is missing all of their outer towers. There's nothing there, so the experience graph, I'm just going to take a blind guess, see if I got this right. Duskbin should be in favor with a 4-kill advantage, although it should be not that huge. Actually, it is pretty huge, so Duskbin is in firm control of this game. Their Razor and their Morphling is getting pretty big. Let's see what Bear has. Bear, where are you, Bear? Bear has the Phase Boots and the Orb of Venom. Probably going to be going for something like a Pipe, maybe? Or a Hyperstone. Hyperstone, get. So, fuck defense. We're just going to kill everything. Razor is going to get stomped, and Morphling is going to go to town on the Shadow Demon. He is magic immune, but still taking a lot of damage from the right clicks of the Bear, and he only has 27 strength, so he's... No, actually, he is going to get him. In the meantime, Chen is going to get nuked down by the Razor and Jakiro combo, and Silverbear does get stunned up by Earthshaker, who's very weak, and is probably going to get Radiance burned. Yes, he is going to get burned down by the Radiance. Razor's diving into the base to try to get this Leshrac kill. He is very tanky, but he's not invulnerable, and Leshrac is going to manage to take that kill. So a little bit greedy play by coming out from the Razor. But I think with those 3 down and no Panda ults, they might be able to take this tower. We have level 1 Liquid Fire, which isn't going to be too huge for this tower, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have to be forced back. Here comes the Radiance team, and yeah, with that Radiance on the Bear, just forcing everyone back. Doing a lot of damage too if they could get it. One hit, no, he waveformed in the middle of the hit. The paw was coming down, but Panda's still on the chase for Jakiro. See if he's going to get, no, he's going to get fissured. So no entangles for the Spirit Bear. He's just been getting so close to everyone, but so close yet so far. It's awful. Bot lane is being pushed out, and you could thank Nature's Prophet and his ultimate for that with that Aghanim Scepter. He has to do all day, and right now he has to get out, or else he's going to get a bear in the face. He's going to teleport out just fine. And Shadowdemon goes, what? Where did he go? Alright. The gem on Chen did get picked up by Jakiro, so Duskbin is now firmly in the map advantage lead. First of all, WE is missing the towers over here. It's all the second tier towers where Duskbin obviously does have them. Look at me using map features. It's amazing. Manta is done on that Razor. And Morphling, I don't think he has anything quite yet. He still has 1,600 gold. It's quite a lot. Earthshaker is once again probably going to be going for that 4-staff. Nothing. You didn't really see the Hyperstone shine at all in that previous team fight. I think Lone Druid was in the back mostly. He's kind of cautious about engaging at that angle or taking that fight at all or something like that. We're just going to be seeing this bear being a complete bastard and burning down all of these creeps and then just teleporting away. I hate playing against the Silver Bear with Radiance. This shit is so annoying. I hate it. And most likely we're just going to see a standoff for a couple minutes. Razor just pushing in the mid lane, getting some more dough. As, wow, Prophet's ultimate orb is actually going to be a Scythe of Ice. So they're going to have that Hex, and the Radiant team does not know about it currently. Is this real Brown? No, it's not. Okay. Of course, he's right here. And they're going to take the second incarnation of Roshan. Probably going to be going on this Razor once again, since apparently he likes to be extremely aggressive. 4-staff is finished on this Earthshaker, so he could get in and get out extremely easily, set up those good Echo Slams. So far, his Echo Slams have been pretty good, getting a lot of creeps.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
The Dire falls, goes onto Razor, so currently is pretty bulky and he does a ton of damage. It's pretty much the name of the game for Duskbin, pretty bulky and ton of damage. You know, Prophet has 1800 health. Morphling could make himself bulky if he chooses to do so. And we have a smoke coming in from WE. They're going to try to look in their jungle, maybe? They're not going to find anyone. So you have very defensive wards coming out from WE. Mostly sentry wards, actually. So it's kind of interesting placement on that, but they're not going to find anyone. They might aim for Brown. They do know that's a real Brown now. But if they dive that, Brown's going to have a lot of support coming his way. He's going to have the teleport from Prophet as well. Morphling going to be picking up that teleport scroll, so they could try to go on this Razor, but I'm not sure if it'll work. They do have the element of surprise, though. There goes the smoke just being dispelled. We have no disruption. That was a fake. Clever girl. So Razor fooling them all with the Manta style. What a boss. So WE is going to be trying to take their first tier 2 tower, but in the meantime, you got Dark Green and Pink over here circling stuff. The giant Macropyre and Fisher trying to hold everything off. Macropyre might have been a little bit premature, but it did thin the creep wave quite a bit. Ninja Lone Druid there, just waiting to engage. There goes the clap, blink clap, and he's going to ultimate. Jakiro gets picked off for it. Yeah, he does get picked off, so he's going to fall quite early, and Razor is going to be on the run. Morphling is trying to take out these pandas, actually. It's probably not the best use of Morphling this time. Wasting damage on something that ultimately isn't going to do much, but Nature's Prophet has taken the base tower of WE, so he's, you know, being quite a pain, and they might even, they're going to try to turn on this Lone Druid. He's currently trapped in the Sprout. Are they going to get him? We have a wave for him, and an Adaptive Strike. Not quite enough. 41 health. It always happens when I play Morphling. But the Nature's Prophet's ultimate is going to bounce around and kill. And did they get the racks? No, they didn't. But Ninja Boogie wants it. He doesn't have any. He can't do it. He doesn't have any summons. He could try, but his right-click power just isn't that much with that Hex stick. Morphling comes back again. He's trying to do some damage to Leshrac, but Prophet gets immediately disrupted and cursed. I think, no, he didn't get cursed, but there he is. Leshrac is going to take that kill with the lightning. The Duskbin did manage to take a tower from that and defend their own tower. Even though they lost a couple of deaths, it was unfavorable as far as kill death goes. It wasn't too bad for them. And that should reflect in the nothing graph. Duskbin is apparently very far ahead, taking all those towers. WE, I really don't think Lone Druid could out-carry 2 carries, especially when one of them is a Morphling who does have a Manta style. And like, Lone Druid is extremely fearsome. He has 12 item slots, but these two are extremely fearsome as well. Between the two of them, they have 12 item slots, and the other heroes on the W team, such as Chen and Leshrac, who's currently not very farmed at all, they're going to become less and less influential as the game goes on. And Earthshaker's stun. Jakiro will fall off quite a bit as well, but the way Duskbin has their team comp set up, Razor now with a Hyperstone, so he's going to be getting it. Assault Cuirass. The way Duskbin has their team set up, they have very strong late game, and that's because they managed to survive the early game. Pretty good ganks from the Nature's Prophet onto that Leshrac, and Leshrac kind of has yet to recover. Oh no, he does have his Bloodstone at 30 minutes, so obviously not the best Bloodstone timing, but he did manage to get an item up, so they're going to have that, and a little bit of healing on death, which is most likely going to be the biggest part. Might actually serve to draw some of the damage from the Duskbin team, since they won't expect Leshrac to be quite as tanky, although he did have that soul booster for quite a while, so Duskbin should be aware of how tanky he is. Looks like Duskbin is actually going to be gearing up to push this top lane. It doesn't have a tower anymore, so you might as well keep pressuring it, and Prophet's just chilling over here. Going to be pressuring the bottom lane at the same time with a is that just a regular illusion? Yeah, it is a regular illusion. That's kind of weird. Nature's Prophet summoning his wave and sending him down, and Duskbin bearing down on this the racks. Morphling does have a haste rune. That's pretty lucky of them. If he had double damage, that would be total game over. Well, maybe not, but so there goes an Ice Path missing on the Panda. There goes Manta on the Morphling. He's going to try to right-click these Raxes, and Manta on the Razor as well. We have a Clap Blink in from the Brewmaster, who instantly gets fissured up, and Morphling's chilling with the BKB, holding his ground. But he's going to waveform right over that fissure, and he's X's again. Brewmaster is on the chase from Morphling, who teleports away somewhere. I don't know where he went, but Razor is going to be draining the damage from the Brewmaster. Fissure goes off, and Macropyre completely missing everything. Where did that Morphling go? Morphling's on the sidelines. Razor's doing the right-click damage on Leshrac, but Leshrac is very tanky. And so WE holds round 1, but can they hold round 2? Panda blinks in and uses his ultimate for this one. Everyone's probably going to... No, Earthshaker does get rocked up, and the Fire Panda instantly gets taken down. Jakiro, Disrupted Curse, is going to be the first one to fall. Razor is chilling on top of Chen, who's taking a lot of damage. He goes down as well. However, the Lone Druid's Bear is just going to town on that Razor, who does have an Aegis, so it's not he's going to be back. X-Slam does go off on Earthshaker right before he dies, and Morphling is going to fall as well. Razor is currently going for Shadow Demon. I don't know if he can get him. He just needs a couple... Oh no, Shadow Demon turned around, so he's going to get him. But that has been a 4 for 3 fight so far, and Razor is still not in the clear. He's has 2 angry bears coming at him, one of them with the Salt Cuirass, so that armor difference really making it. And the first hidden tangle onto that Razor, and Razor's going to go down. So that was a 5 for 3 trade in favor of WE with an ultra kill on the Spirit Bear. So wow, that was some fight. Panda ultimate really set up that whole thing, but then you had, just a good play by the entirety of WE. And you had Jakiro missing his Macropyre, which was a lot of AoE damage they didn't quite get, and Morphling got focused down pretty easily, I have to say. This Razor does have a lot of attacks, but the thing is, he isn't doing that much damage. He has to really rely on his Link at this point, especially going for something like a Cuirass, which is pretty defensive. So I don't know. If WE could take a couple more of those fights, they could probably... Oh, okay, Jakiro doesn't give a fuck about his Macropyre, apparently, so fair enough. Farming up that mech would have helped. I'm not sure if it would have turned the tide at all, but who knows. Theory crafting should see a little bit of a gold increase towards WE, but those towers still doing a huge amount of work, but the XP is starting to balance out. See, after that team fight, there's a huge 6,000 experience swing, and Pink, what the hell? What? The hell? Did he just get nailed by Nature's Prophet? What? He did. He got nailed by his ultimate. I was not expecting that. What is this? This is madness. Maybe I missed it. I'm going to assume I missed it, because that would be too weird if he just got hit by an ultimate randomly. Kira camping out the rune. He's going to get a haste rune. And once again, you have Duskbin pushing down the bot lane and the top lane at the same time. I'm pretty sure Pink in that previous fight... No, Pink was there. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Pink is continuing to pressure this bottom lane, as he has been doing almost all the game, as the rest of his team pushing all the lanes, and WE, what they need to do is catch someone off, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. See some kind of tier 2 replacements going down in the form of wards to get some sort of map control. And item check, BKB, Manta, Cuirass, a little bit more completed. And holy shit, a Demon Edge on that Spirit Bear, so he's going to be hitting like an even larger truck than he is right now, and it was really that ultra kill that gave him that much gold, so huge benefit to their team coming out from that lone druid who might be able to outcarry Razor and Morphling. I might have to eat my words. The mech is up on Jakiro, so they're going to have that AoE heal, but you know, Chen already has that cover it on the other team, and he's going for both mech and pipe, which, yeah, he's going to go for mech and pipe, which is always dangerous having both of your giant team support items on the same hero, because if he gets picked off, then well, you get neither. And on someone who is soft as Chen, only sitting at 1,000 health, it's quite easy for him to get picked off in even just all the AoE. Nature's Prophet bouncing, a Waveform, a Plasma Field, an Echo Slam, all of Jakiro's spells. Chen is going to have to play extremely cautiously if they want to get the full benefit out of that mech and that pipe, or just plan around the use of those two items, which you sometimes see, but it's going to be dangerous. Shadow Demon sitting at absolutely nothing. Lone Druid actually going for a Ghost Scepter and Demon Edge, so kind of interesting choices. Ghost Scepter will help him a lot, obviously, against Morphling and Razor, as Morphling pushes down on the top lane, but he gets warded away by an Angry Panda. And we have Nature's Prophet sitting at 3,600 gold. He could really go for any item he wants right now. Assault Cuirass is done on that Razor. And they're going to be taking the third incarnation of Roshan. Most likely we're going to see a Razor with an Aegis. And like, I don't know, Morphling with a cheese? Nature's Prophet with a cheese? I don't know. But WE doesn't really have the map control to stop this. As you can see, they're smoking up inside their own base, so they're really scared about smoke from the enemy team. As we have quite a bit of item switching going on. Looks like the bottle is getting picked up by Jakiro. So cheese picked up on the Morphling, Aegis on the Razor. I think that's a pretty good idea, because with the cheese you could continue switching to strength or whatnot, and yeah, it's good. Could have gone either way. We have 2,800 on the Morphling, and Demon Edge is actually being picked up by the Nature's Prophet, so he's going to be looking to serve as the third right-click damage dealer of the game. I'm not sure if that's entirely necessary, but he already has that Scythe of Vise, so you know, what else would you be going for if not damage at this point of the game? And the split push continues. Duskbin with that Cuirass, so Cuirass advantage has been negated from WE, so although Lone Druid's there, still doing a truckload of damage if I could find it. Yeah, 200 damage a pop, not funny at all, especially considering how fast he attacks. And he got that Entangle, which he got several times on the first hit. If this bear could be taken out, nope, missed Ice Path. That's the thing about Jakiro, he's kind of unreliable. He's very clunky, and he mostly relies on creating chaos through avoiding AoE on the other team. And on the higher end of things, it's really easy to dodge that. We see a Blink and Stomp coming in from the Panda as Nature's Prophet immediately leaves. Did he leave? No, he didn't. He got disrupted. Nature's Prophet is probably going to go down. Nature's Prophet is taking a lot of damage. Razor is actually taking out Leshrac in the back, but Nature's Prophet does go down as Morphling is now on the run. Looks like that fight was on the bottom lane, and Leshrac might even die for the second time, as we see Razor just right-clicking him. We have Fisher going off, keeping him in place. Is he blocked? No, he's not blocked. But we have a Primal Split going out from Greater Boar. What is that shit? So it's going to force everyone on the Duskbin team back. Earthshaker does take a fall, and Razor is currently chilling in the air, striking lightning on everyone. Earth, Greater Boar, and Storm. That is such an error. That is hilarious, though. I love it. And Storm Panda being a little shit, just rising up. Razor in the air. Shadow Demon somehow manages to take out the Nature's Prophet, who's been diving way too far. And Morphling has his BKB up, but he's getting right-clicked so hard by the enemy team. They don't manage to take a single Rax. They do manage to take another tower, but 3 kills, 3 deaths for a tower? I'm not sure if that's worth it. I mean, if they kind of had to split push, but what they really need to do is take a Rax, because right now their fights are not going their way somehow. As we see the experience graph, actually it's leveling out, so I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Anyway, yeah, Leshrac was forced to buy back there, so I guess that was another kind of advantage for the Radiant team, but I'm pretty sure Prophet also bought back, teleported in, then died, and didn't even get this Rax, which is currently extremely low. WE is looking to take some revenge through their first tier 2 tower, but it's at full health, and I mean, like, they do have an Edict, and they do have a beastly Lone Druid, so they could take this tower pretty quickly. Macropyre kind of sitting on the edge, just hitting everyone a little bit, but this tower is probably going to go down. However, in the meantime, you have a very angry Razor pushing down on your Rax, so they got to take this down quick, and then someone has to teleport back. Tower does go down. Chen picks up the last hit, so Chen is going to be able to get his hood and pipe in relatively short amount of time. Nature Prophet is still sitting on that Demon Edge. Nothing on the Earthshaker. Nothing much on the entirety of anyone. So. Although WE has taken some pretty good fights, they haven't really been full-on 5v5 fights except for the one in the top lane. They probably feel like they're at somewhat of a disadvantage. Purple is a powerhouse with that, 3,000 health with no health items, but he can be taken out, and we now see a Monkey King bar on this Spirit Bear, so he's going to be an absolute terror if, they have to really focus down Purple. But if they do that, they have everyone else just bearing down on them, so. Duskbin, they should still have it late game. Just the thing is, Morphling sitting on 4,000 gold and only has 2 items. Not necessarily what you would expect from a Morphling who, has been getting quite a bit of farm. And they're just going to keep on with their split pushing. Just keep pressuring that top lane, keep pressuring that bot lane as Razor's massacring his own creeps. His little whip. We see a pause going out from Nature Prophet, so I think I went over that already. So the gold graph is actually still going in favor of Duskbin. Which tab is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, we have, whoa, holy shit, 342 creep kills on that Lone Druid. So Lone Druid is farmed as all hell. That kind of reflects in his score, having those 16 kills that he's been involved in. The thing is, all the creep farm has been going on this Lone Druid, whereas the creep farm for Duskbin with over 200 on 3 heroes, that's really freaking dangerous, especially when the 3 heroes are heroes that could use farm extremely well. So the farm distribution on the Duskbin team is, I'd say, a lot better. Wait for the cafe. The cafe. Damn it, cafe. Alright, so we're just going to be chilling around here for a little bit, making speculation. I bet Nature Prophet is going to be going for the 9KB. Get that attack speed going. I don't think it's really that much attack speed, though. How much is it? Where's the bear? Yeah, it's only 15, but, it's okay. You get the mini suns. See a lot of people going for MKBs late in this game, and there's no butterflies on the field. And, well, there's evasion coming out from Broom. No, there isn't. He didn't get any evasion, but Drunken Haze and MKB, so get an MKB, completely nullify that Drunken Haze as you hit everything. It'll still slow you down, though, so pretty annoying. And Dark Green Morphling is currently being smoke ganked, but he has no idea. We're probably going to have a disruption and a soul catcher to open. Follow up with a Leshrac, but Morphling knows something's up. He's going to go up and reveal the Brewmaster. Is he going to wait for him away? Oh no, he actually teleports all the way to the top lane, so the joke's on WE. They didn't get anything from that smoke. Nature Prophet, what you going to buy? What are you buying? A bottle? Smoke of Deceit? No, I don't know. Now we see Retaliation smoke coming out from Duskbin. Probably going to try to catch someone off as they try to defend this very weak Rax. Has regenerated quite a bit, though. Let's say it's like 400 HP or something like that. But they are smoked up, and they're looking for someone to kill as they're trying to clear the mid lane. Morphling, Manta Styles, and he's just going to try to right-click this building down. Is he going to get it with that BKB? Yes, he will. So he should probably wait for him out and try to get himself to safety immediately, or else he's going to get initiated on. Panda does blink in, and Fisher is going to wall them off just a little bit, just keep them away. They should be able to get away. Or Shaker does have a blink dagger and force staff, so he's extremely mobile. And so that's one Rax for Duskbin. So they finally got that permanent advantage going. So things are going to be a little bit harder for WE going forward. They do have quite a bit of AoE, but they're still going to have to commit someone onto that top lane fairly regularly. And with Nature's Prophet always doing his split pushing business, and pretty much the other team probably gonna, the rest of his team, I mean, gonna be going to pressure mid. Oh my god, how did I miss that kill? Well, I actually know how I missed that kill. Lone Druid just going ape shit on Jakiro, and Jakiro didn't stand a chance. He doesn't have any mobility. He just tried to run away, but against a rabid synergized bear with phase boots, you can't escape that unless you have like a force staff. Earthshaker should be fine. It should be very fun watching him run away from the angry bears. But as you can see, that mid rack's already coming in quite in handy. These melee creeps are eventually going to take that the range racks. Just how things go usually. Because the team is always preoccupied. Nature's Prophet continuing to farm. He has quite a bit of gold stashed up, and Morphling has something. He is going for an Eye of Scotty. Super baller. I love it. I love watching Eye of Scotty play. Mostly because it's so expensive, and expensive items are awesome. Chen does have that pipe finished up. Gonna pretty much nullify Jakiro and just mitigate Earthshaker. Or the other way around, depending on who decides to pop their spells first. Razor has managed to get an illusion rune though, so this could be quite hilarious, quite fast if he decides to pop his Manta. He has that Eagle Song, he's going to be going for Butterfly. Unfortunately, there is already an MKB on the other side, and this might turn out to be quite an awkward engagement. Both teams know where each other are. Now they do. So Duskbin actually looks like they want to fight that. We have Fisher going off onto this Panda. He's taking so much damage. Huge Echo Slam going off, instantly eviscerating that Brewmaster, and Leshrac just gets disrupted up, and he's probably going to be fine. We have the Bear coming in. The Bear is actually sprouted as he teleports back to his owner. And Leshrac is managing to live at very little life. Razor's taking a lot of damage, but he does have that Aegis, so even if he does fall, it's not going to be huge. Leshrac does get taken out, but he does buy back into the game instantly. Razor's Aegis does get popped, as Chen is going to be the next one. No, someone just hit Chen. Okay, there we go. The Bear is going to fall, but instantly gets resummoned. They really need to go for the main Bear. The Ice Path just barely misses, and Nature's Prophet gets that Hex off on him as Shout even gets taken out by Razor, and that is a 5-for-0 exchange. Holy shit, that was a very good fight by Duskbin. What they managed to do is just pop Brewmaster, because Brewmaster is actually really soft if he doesn't have any of his spells, so they managed to stun him, and Razor just went to town on him, and he wasn't able to get a split out. This might mean a tier 2, no, not a tier 2, they already got a tier 2 a long time ago. Might mean a second round of Raxes for them, as Earthshaker blinks in. They're going to be going on this Lone Druid. Lone Druid does have his Ghost Scepter, which he does use. However, Leshrac is going to take the damage that is going to be taken from the Lone Druid when he is ethereal. And Brewmaster is going to fall once again without using his Primal Split. Lone Druid just barely managing to escape. And the GG is going to be called by Duskbin. Don't do that, Duskbin. That's BM. You never want to do that. But that, yeah, second Rax and third Rax for the Megas. So Duskbin with that one fight just completely turned around the game. If Panda got off his Primal Split, I'm pretty sure things would have gone differently. That fight would not have been such a huge manslaughter. Manslaughter? Huge slaughter. But beautiful Fisher placements by Earthshaker. And then a follow-up Echo Slam to do a ton of damage to everyone else when just allowed Razor and Nature's Prophet to clean up on everyone. So this has been WE versus Duskbin, Game 1. I'm going to be casting the other games. Probably not today. I have to warm up my throat to all this casting business, but this is probably going to be going up. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the cast, make sure to let me know somehow. If you didn't like it, make sure to tell me what I could improve on. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. GG.